You're looking at the 114. And that's Philip Gott in the TR4. Here we go then. Our next group race starts off in anger, and away they go. And a good start, in fact, from Travis in the 23B. He's got the run. Good start also by the 17 of James Freeman in that Devon that Ben's gone to find out about. So he's going to feature. There's that lovely white Morgan. Ah, beautiful. And that's the MGTF Roadster in the white and maroon at the back there. Very nice indeed. Saw a lot of that yesterday, and he looks as though he's really enjoying himself. Swooping through 3, 4, and 5, and under the bridge down towards 7 again for the first time. And look at the lead that Travis Engen's pulled already. And now looking for a way past the number 8, Nicholas Clemens, in that 356 Porsche. Ben's back. What do you got, Ben?
Got some great information. There it is, the number 17, that red car of James Freeman. That's a small block Chevy, V8, 3 two-barrel carburetors, and that is one of 14 Devon factory SS's.
Oh, wow.
Small block Chevy, 3 two-barrel carburetors, and one of 14, and here he is out racing. And there he is, Travis Engen.
Flying at the moment.
Another SVRA Driver of the Year.
Well, he's pulling away already dramatically over John Nash. He got a great run from the start. Going to have a good battle for second and third, I think.
Yeah, Travis Engen, with the skill that he has, that's another GMT prepared car. That's who I went to talk to get the information about that Devon SS. I went down and talked to JR, the man that builds the cars for him, GMT out of Connecticut. So if you have a specialty car, JR at GMT can definitely help you out with that. And then they also help out with track management. So we crowned a lot of champions last night, and JR is the shop over a few of them. Quite a few of them.
Well, you can see the gap. There is John Nash in second place. We've got a good battle starting to evolve.
Where's Frazier? Where's Kermit the Frog Eye Sprite?
He disappeared, didn't he?
He did. There's John Nash. Look at that. You can see his hands moving. You can see, like, he could reach out if he wasn't wearing arm restraints. He should be wearing arm restraints and touch the ground in that Lotus.
True. Nicholas Clemens coming around in third. Now we've got a good battle for fourth place, held off by James Freeman in the 17, but he's got an MGB behind him. There's your bug eye.
Yep.
It's still there.
Yeah, that's our Group 1 champion. But Freeman making the pass on that 350.
Whoa.
356. That's really good driving there from that Nicholas Clemens, seeing that, avoiding that accident. So, you know, a lot of times we only talk about the incidents. I'd like to brag on our drivers that do what they can to avoid accidents.
Well, that was a good
I'm going to give that to Nicholas Clemens and James Freeman. Way to go, way to be aware, see each other. We love when they race hard, and we love it when they avoid incidents.
You mentioned all the countries. We've got Andrew McLean out there from Scotland, born in Scotland, but he's been here a while, hasn't he?
He has.
Racing in SVRA.
Awesome driver. He actually had his son come through our racing school at Rolling Road a few years ago. But, man, anytime you're driving a race car with wire wheels, the look of that is just so cool. The driver's just got cojones of steel. I love it. Anytime you drive wire wheels in a race car, you have my attention. So I hear from Manuel J. Gomez, MJG from Miami. Excellent, excellent. Beautiful cars from different categories and years. I wish I can be there. Go, go, go. Well, Manuel, we're back next year,
nice
same
overtake.
time, same channel, Sebring Speed Tour with that MGB.
Nicely done by Andrew Moore. Good overtake. Well, I hope they put some historic races on the Miami race coming in May. Of course, Formula One coming to Miami. I wonder if they'll do a display of, or at least some racing of historics down there.
Maybe. It should be fun. So as a Brit, don't you love seeing the British cars and the British racing green?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's why I'm so excited to see Aston Martin these days going back to our roots with the British flag on the front and the all-green car. But, yeah, that British racing green, I remember first seeing it on the Bentleys, or at least pictures of it in the 30s Bentleys. And, yeah, from there on in, yeah, it's a love affair.
Oh, yeah. And that Aston Martin green, a little bit different than the Leyland green. A little bit lighter, but that's such a pretty green. But here's two British racing green cars racing each other. So if you don't know, back in the day, like pre-war days, each country had a Grand Prix color. So Germany was silver, British was green, Italian was red, the U.S. was white and blue.
France was blue, deep blue.
Viva la bleu.
La bleu.
So that's why Alpine, right, is still blue.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's pretty neat, the traditions. The silver arrows of Germany. It's pretty neat. And there's David. Got it. Nice. That is our producer's favorite car out, but it's smoking.
But okay.
This is a non-smoking section, David. So, ladies and gentlemen watching this, what are your favorites? I'm here in the 356. Bathtub is oversteering from downforce 65. Good eye. Father-son triumphs on track right now with Phil Gott and Dave Gott. Good stuff there from Joanna Ellis. See, we've got some fans on here.
I like that TR4.
Come on, Andrew.
That Triumph TR4's for me.
Yeah, that's neat. That is with the big flares. I had a 63 TR4. I don't know. I really like Kermit the Frog Eye Sprite. He's here. He's run 2 gold helmet with us, national championships. He's won the championship overall with us, and he just brought his new son Jensen here. And Jensen is already a car enthusiast, probably just over a year old. So at least we have one new kid that's coming up that's going to really love racing, and that's the way to do it.
Absolutely.
So we have 2 father-sons in here, the 2 Triumphs of the Gotts, the 2 Frasers, Rick and Scott. So that's fun to see.
2 father and son combinations.
In the same field.
Yeah, really good. That just looks fun. Forget if you're a racing driver. That just looks fun, doesn't it? Take this round of track. I keep saying that. It's a little smoky.
Yeah, well, the Triumph was smoking, but Andrew Moore and that MGB pulled off. He's getting off there to the right.
Yes, he has slowed down, hasn't he?
So, for those of you that don't know this, Sebring is a rough circuit.
Yeah.
It's really, really hard on these cars. It's basically designed to break these cars or break the driver's spirit, whichever comes first. And with these old machines, the British machines, you know, sometimes things go wrong. So if you can finish a race on Sunday at Sebring after all these sessions and pull the car on the trailer under its own power, you have won the race in my mind. We might have a pass there going into 17.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. But there's my favorite. There it is. So I've got 2 favorites. Got the Morgan without the tire on the back and the TR4. There you go.
So we did have a pass there. Fraser over that TR4. The TR4's got a little bit more motor. Fraser's got a little bit less weight. So that TR4 should probably have about a 2138. The Bug-Eye Sprite would have about a 1500.
Oh, he's hitting those bumps. You're talking about the track. That's going to be a heck of a ride.
So I'm hearing Andrew McLean may be in that Morgan. Is that right? Anybody know, is Andrew McLean in that Morgan?
Well, let's have a look. Yeah, 13.
That's saying Mark Pomeroy. Is there another Morgan out there? I don't know. But I'm seeing Andrew McLean in my scoring.
Maybe.
Here's some brakes.
I know.
Into Franklin Road, turn
just
7.
The same thing, yeah.
There's that Spitfire, named after the famous British, talking about Axis and Allies, the British fighter plane.
Yep.
We had the Mustangs. You guys had the Spitfires.
If you ever get close to a Spitfire, it's or ever see one in its glory, it's absolutely fantastic.
Great airplanes. We are in Sebring, Florida. If you're just joining us, if you drink orange juice, it probably came from a 50-mile radius of this racetrack. We are in Citrus. There he is. There's Andrew McLean.
Yeah,
got the car back. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe it. I guess I can say this now, ladies and gentlemen. Just 2 days ago, that car rolled at turn 17. He just got a little bit sideways, counterlocked the wheel. The wheels gripped, and it made him roll. Single car incident. They were able to hammer it out, and there he is out there racing. So
looks immaculate.
Andrew McLean.
Wow, that's amazing.
That is, so he texted me a picture. I wish I could insert it here. He didn't get to start yesterday, so when they were at the grid, he texted me a picture of him like a sprinter, an Olympic sprinter, in his starting spot. So I thought that was pretty funny. And that's the beauty of this. So Andrew McLean, Scott and Rick Frazier, Todd Cruz comes out sometimes. They have all prepared their cars exactly the same through MSA Classics and Mitch. So there's basically a spec class inside of our Group 1. And there's two of them right there, Andrew McLean and Rick Frazier. Rick Frazier in the 007 from Atlanta, Georgia. That's a beautiful car as well.
Currently in 12th position.
Look at the smile on that blue car, just so happy to be back. And the Triumph Herald.
I like that too, though. I said that yesterday. Jerry Baker, Parker at the wheel.
It's got those saber-tooth bumpers up there on the front.
Yeah.
So there's two just square bricks racing against each other. That Alpha and that Triumph Herald just having a blast. The aero package on that is nil. Doesn't exist. And it just makes for some fun racing.
But back in the 60s, that was your car.
Yeah, that Alpha up front was the Italian police cars back in the day.
Was it really?
Yeah, if you watch the Italian Job, those minis in the original Italian Job are being chased by those Alpha police cars.
Yeah, makes sense. Now they use Lamborghinis.
Yeah, that's scary.
They've got wise. Travis Engen a long way in the front at the moment on John Nash, but that won't matter. The two Lotuses leading the way from the Austin Healey. And Nicholas Clements in third at the moment in the Porsche 356 Roadster.
So I'm hearing comments from Wayne Hill that said he was a corner worker when these cars were
in their heyday.
New. So that's awesome to see, Wayne. Thank you. Yeah, Sebring was a World War II airfield. I believe it was a training ground for B-17 bombers.
Yeah.
All those concrete blocks out there are, I think, about 15 by 15 feet squares by 18 inches of depth of concrete. So they're never going to have to repave Sebring. It's going to be bumpy for life because they're never going to be able to get that concrete out of here.
There would be hell to pay. Nobody wants them to repave it, although it does need a good facelift. I'll give it that.
But that's the character of this. There would be an absolute revolt in the sports car community if they changed the concrete blocks.
So coming down on the final lap to the closing stages of this one. Plenty more to come.
Love that 149 of Jeffrey Barber, that MGB. I had a 70 MGB. That's an earlier one with those taillights. That's probably a 60. Let's see, that's a 64 with the taillights and the pull handles.
And there is our leader, and he's way ahead in that Lotus 23B. He must drive 3 or 4 cars a weekend.
Yeah, he does. He not here because we don't have a Group 2 and a Group 9. But usually he's in an Indy Lights Group 9. He's in a Formula B Group 2 Chevron, a Lola Indy Lights, this Lotus 23B, and then that beautiful Audi R8 Le Mans winning car.
Yeah. And that was in action earlier this weekend. So coming down towards the checkered flag, down the Ullman Straight for the last time. Here comes Travis Engen in the distance there. Coming out of the heat haze in that number 1.
I don't see how they have the ability to fit an engine in there. Like, engines are usually taller than the body allows.
Yeah, I know. But it all fits in there. And, oh, almost missed the checkered flag, but he got it out. There he is. Well done, Travis. John Nash taking 2nd place, or will be in a moment.
Travis Engen may have the record for the most SVRA red hats.
I saw him coming out of the Audi the other day. I didn't realize how tall he was.
Yeah, tall. He stays in really great shape to be able to drive these race cars. Big swimmer, Travis Engen.
Okay. So that concludes our latest Group 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5B. Lots of different cars involved, but coming up next, we'll have our Group 5A, 7, and 11. We'll take a short break from